I'm about to eat Sam's Club prepared meals for 5 days, Monday to Friday.
Hey, how y'all doing? So I have a question for you girlies. Have you ever been to Sam's Club? Were people dancing? I don't think she's been to Sam's Club. They don't serve Purina. Were people getting a little bit crazy in the club? Right. Was Sam spinning on his head, breakdancing on the floor, trying to outshine little old me? Right. I can do that too. Hold my mug. Oh God! Whoa, bro! Whoa, Sam! Whoa! You intimidated? Sam? Are you? Regina, you're really getting those steps in, girl. In this video, we're gonna be eating Sam's Club prepared meals for 5 days. I think I got some dust mites on my head from the carpet. Stanley really didn't do a good job steaming, now did he? From Monday to Friday, we're gonna be eating twice a day, a big meal at brunch and a big meal at dinner. So we're gonna be eating 10 meals throughout this video. 10. Uno plus zero. Whoa! I'll be taste testing everything and giving you my brutally honest opinions every time. Even though Sam is a sensitive soul, he needs to hear the truth. And even if it gets me kicked out of the club, it'll be worth it. Even though I've trained for months to be a good enough dancer to get in, even though I changed my whole look, my whole style, so that Sam maybe could see me and think, he could be one of us. Even though I waxed. Ouch. Honesty is more important than popping it and locking it with Sam. I'm actually totally joking. I tricked you. Are you from Milwaukee? I'm sorry. Milwaukeeans are very gullible. Sam's Club is not a real club like where you dance. It is a grocery store where you get massive meals and also massive amounts of like Lysol wipes and Summer's Eve, which girl, if you need that much, urgent care is probably cheaper. And a lot of people don't know this, but Sam's Club is basically Walmart's Costco. Like it's the Costco that they own. It's the great value Costco. So it's Sam's Club, low prices, live better. Costco, high prices, live horribly. A few months ago, I tried all the Costco prepared meals and most of them were good, you know, but they did come with a cost. They literally costed money because, you know, most food gets sold. It's actually very common. So I'm so excited to see how Sam's Club stacks up against Costco because those flavors are still fresh in my memory and also in my gut health. I think it evolved it. Anyways, girlies, give this video a big thumbs up if you're enjoying it. It is the easiest way to support little old me in my whole dainty career. And I really think that if you're not selfish, you do things for other people, you know. Also subscribe, I make food content, so if you enjoy food content, supermarket food, fast food, restaurant food, cruise food, subscribe, it's a great time. We are gonna go to Sam's Club every morning to get our daily meals, brunch and dinner. So let's get going, come on. Oh, Sam, you wanna dance off? You wanna talk about mama? Oh, whoa, oh my. Let's go, I'm embarrassed. Monday. Girlies, I'm realizing this outfit doesn't feel like me. Well, it feels like a little version of me, but not me. I just feel a little insecure in it. I feel like I look like the Grinch after he ate all those different puddings in the pudding competition and after he ate the plate and also bit into the onion.
This is the inside of Sam's Club, and as you can see, past filming, Timmy forgot to get a gorgeous shot of the outside of the store. Close up, you can see the logo, the vibe, the vision that Sam had when he created this business, you know? But don't blame me. Blame that Grinch-shaped monster that you just saw. As you can see, Sam's Club has a cafe just like Costco does, so we might be taste testing that food as well. We'll see. And they also have a little spot where you can take your Christmas portraits. Merry Christmas, everyone. Oh, my tooth is so yellow. Right here, that one. Look at this nutcracker. He is nuts. Okay, don't trust him. And who is this? Is that yesified Olaf I see? Looking fabulous, sis. This is the prepared meals section. As you can see, there's a huge sign that says meals to go. So if you need to go, these are the meals for you. They have so many things that I can't wait to try. They have chicken, they have pizzas, they have mac and cheese, they have enchiladas, they have tacos, they have sandwiches, fruits and vegetables and charcuterie boards. Oh, also they have lots of sushi. That's interesting. A lot of desserts and baked goods. We'll be trying those as well. And some very bloated, swollen rotisserie chickens and also ribs. So for my Monday lunch, I got a chicken salad croissant moment. I also got some broccoli cheddar soup and this tempura shrimp sushi roll that looks really saucy. And also these cookie dough brownies for my lunch dessert. And for my dinner, I got the cheese manicotti and this margarita pizza looks really good. As you can see, we're going for Italian vibes plus a Brussels sprout because I don't know if that's Italian. It's like, Mamma mia, I'm a Brussels sprout. And for my dinner dessert, I got a flan. Stay tuned to find out what that is if you are not half Cuban like me. Just to remind you, this is our first lunch we're about to eat right now. We got the soup, the sushi, the sandwich, and the brownie. I sound like an Olive Garden menu.
Move. It's my time to shine. Mine. ASMR. I'm sorry, I'm in a mood. The holidays are here. I feel excited. We got the chicken salad, sandwiches, croissants actually. You know, in French, they don't call sandwiches sandwiches, they just say baguettes. Okay, I think they sealed this with super glue. I got this. Oh, she's rolling away. Oh my gosh, it smells very fresh. And we got the sushi, which technically is Walmart sushi, right? That sounds kind of questionable, but the expiration date has not arrived yet, so I'm hopeful. What are those red crumbs on the outside? It has like little pop rocks. Is it gonna jump around in my mouth? Make my uvula dance? We'll find out, but it smells pretty good. It smells like real sushi. So that's a good sign as well. And then we got the brownies. We can open that later. Now, this is the one thing we are sort of gonna cook. It's the broccoli cheddar soup. As you can see, I'm going for a Panera vibe with the sandwich and the soup. You pick two. One of my favorite deals out there. I did choose broccoli cheddar because those are the two ingredients for the most joyous farts, and it's the holiday season, so I really wanna fit the vibe, you know? But sometimes broccoli can also smell like a fart, and we don't want that. We're saving that for later. Let's see though. This is by Members Mark. Who's Mark? That's a wet one. It looks kind of curdled. We got some huevo looking blobs floating in there. That's making me real hungry. I think that's enough. And by the way, I know I'm buying a lot of food this week. I am gonna be giving a lot of it to my sister because I literally cannot eat all of this. You probably think he totally can. Look at him. But I can't. Let's just pop this in the little futuristic box that has electronic waves.
As you can see, this is the finished product. The soup is all nice and hot. We have a crusty little chunk floating on top.
What do we think of my Christmas tree, girlies? The lights are not on because sometimes my camera interacts with twinkling lights and it doesn't know how to process them and it makes it look all glitchy. It's like, how can I process light itself? I'm just a camera, I'm not a scientist. And yes, I do have an ornament of Hidden Valley Ranch, even though I do not like that brand. No offense, Hidden Valley. I think the flavor should be hidden forever, but it was the only ranch ornament I could find, and nothing says Christmas like a bottle of ranch. At least that's what it says in America, right? Let's first try the broccoli cheddar soup. Like I said, I'm going for a Panera vibe, and I know that Panera doesn't serve sushi, but I have to remind people that I'm not an uncultured swine, and I like other cuisines. You know, part of my brand is looking like a jar of mayonnaise, but at the end of the day, I am half Cuban, so I'm more of a spicy aioli, and it looks very creamy. It does not look curdled, and it definitely does not look scrambled. So let's try. I'm excited. Mark. Why is it so good? It doesn't make sense. I'm in the Twilight Zone. I'm in Sam's Twilight Zone. I'm in the Twilight Club. That's so good. Oh my God, it's so good. I'm sweating from happiness and also because the soup is really hot and I'm in a sweater. It is surprisingly creamy for a packaged processed soup that was probably made by multiple robot arms.
Here's the cream, here's the broccoli, here's the fart.
It honestly could pass as... I keep talking about Panera. I really do love it. It could pass as Panera's broccoli cheddar soup. Now, I'm not saying it tastes homemade because Panera's does not taste homemade whatsoever, but I still enjoy it. It is very creamy, very rich, and it has such a thick texture, but it's not gelatinous in the slightest. It's just like a lot of heavy cream has been given to this soup. It was very blessed, and it's so dairy filled. Unlike our lactose intolerant girlies out there, they aren't filled with an ounce of dairy, and if they are given into the RIA. That's a choice. I respect it. it. And then the broccoli is not soggy. It actually does kind of taste like fresh broccoli, to be honest, that was mixed into this. It's a tiny bit crunchy and it's in different sized chunks. I like a chunky broccoli cheddar soup, and that's what this is. And it does have a cheesy flavor. It's salty, it's a little sharp. Touche. Remember The Parent Trap when Hallie and what's the other one's name? Lindsay? No, they're both Lindsay. Both of the Lindsays are like, aye, and they're with the swords and things like that. Iconic. And there is the slightest processed background flavor, but it's much lighter than other packaged broccoli cheddar soups. It's very light, just in the background saying, hello, I'm here, I'm processed, don't forget it. I'm gonna have to give that a very strong 8 out of 10. Mark really did his big one. I'm so proud of him. Now it's time for the chicken salad sandwich. We just have a croissant. We have a generous enough portion of chicken salad. You know, it could have been a little more Ellen, it could have been a little more generous, but I think that it's just enough to coat the whole thing. And there's a slice of some wilted, dried up raisin lettuce. Let's see. Okay. I have some thoughts that might transcend the multiverse because they're so complex. This has an amazing texture. It feels like real chicken. And I'm sure it's made with rotisserie chicken because I saw those Big Daddy chickens in the deli area being turned around and swirled until they were fully cooked through with 0 ounces of salmonella in them. So I know that it's probably real chicken, but the flavor of it does remind me of canned chicken, which is also real chicken. Yes, I know. And that does kind of make it feel a little less delicious. You know, also, I think I've been spoiled, and that's hard to say because being spoiled is a flaw and I'm not used to having them. Besides, this pimple on my forehead is huge. I know, stop looking at it. I am typically flawless. Were you flawed or were you flawless? Exactly. I've been spoiled by Chick Salad Chick. Guys, I have to tell you, on editing days when I'm not taste testing things, I've been getting a lot of Chick Salad Chick. This is not sponsored by Chick Salad Chick, but if it was, I would expect them to give me a whole chicken coop and 2,000 chickens. I know I've dragged them in the past saying that they have flavorless chicken salad, but I've discovered certain flavors that are actually amazing, like jalapeno holly. And the chicken tastes so fresh, and I really think that it's changed my mindset when it comes to chicken salad, and now I only enjoy bougie chicken salad, and I'm not that type of person. I love trash food, so I think this experience was affected because of that. I will say, I think that Did you guys hear that? There was an evil laugh outside my door. Stay back, stay 10. I know I look funny in this outfit, I know, but you will never be this hot. I mean, like visually, I know you're physically living at a very high temperature, just like Beth from Little Women when she had the fever. The sauce honestly just tastes like mayonnaise, salt, pepper, and celery chunks. It's fine, it's simple. I do prefer more of a seasoned chicken salad, but it's okay. I'm gonna have to give this a 6 out of 10. I talked about that chicken salad for so long, guys. I'm so sorry. You were probably like, how in depth can he go into chicken salad? I told you to be prepared for my multiversal thoughts. That's not on me, that's on you. Next up, we have the sushi. Why'd I get it? Past me was very brave. Current me is a coward. And it seems to have, is that shrimp tempura? Is this crab? Is that crab? Is that a crab? That's crazy. I didn't say that. Oh, there's a tempura shrimp in there. You see that? And also crab shreds, which is called surimi, I think. See, I don't know these words for crab in different languages. Maybe I really am an uncultured swine. It also has avocado and cucumber, and then eel sauce, which is not actually eel. Get with it, girl. And also spicy mayo. Mmm. Look at this little fin. High five, buddy. You did good. Girlies, it's great. It's great. I think I'm a Walmart sushi fan. I don't want any other sushi. If someone says, you wanna go get some sushi? I'll say, I'll meet you at Walmart, sis. And they'll be like, are you okay? And I'll say, better than I've ever been. The rice is perfect sushi rice. It's not dried up. It's not too wet. All it needs is a light sweater. The cucumber and avocado both taste fresh. The fried shrimp just tastes like fried shrimp. It's tender, it's cooked well, and it's a simple kind of like sweet and sour chicken type breading, you know? And the crab was tasteless. It was actually useless and worthless, and that's how I like my crab. Even if it's walking sideways, I'm not gonna compliment it and say that is a skill that I've always wanted to have. I'm gonna say, go away, get out of here. And it's gonna be like, And the spicy mayo added the perfect amount of creaminess, and the eel sauce was very sweet, and it went so well with everything. Oh my gosh, I loved it. Am I giving that a 10 out of 10? Yes, I am.
Wow, okay.
Last but not least, we have the cookie dough brownie for our lunch dessert. I'm not gonna have dessert twice a day, every day, don't worry. I'm not that wild, but it's the first day, it's a special occasion. This says best served warm. Oh, so Sam is literally telling me it's gonna taste bad if you don't warm it up. I appreciate the honesty, and I'll do it. Okay, I was a good person, I did it. It looks really good, it smells good. Ooh, it's crumbling in the best way possible. Oh. Oh, okay. Sam really tried to save his reputation when he said warm it up. Sam, that can't fix everything. You guys know, I love most desserts, even the mediocre ones. But this is not even mediocre. It's just not good. Ouch! My expectations, they're in pain. The brownie itself does not really taste like a brownie. It tastes like a really weak chocolate cake, like with barely any cocoa powder and barely any sweetness. It's not rich whatsoever. And then the cookie dough, honestly, just kind of tastes like a Chips Ahoy soft baked cookie. That's an insult. The soft baked cookies are horrible. And that's what this reminds me of. You put those two things together, you get the depths of despair. I'm not a fan. I do think it has a good texture. It's very gooey, but other than that, it's not a good dessert whatsoever. 2 out of 10. Well, I think that our first lunch was mainly a success. Almost everything was good or great. So I'm excited about this week. I'll see you at dinner. I'm so excited for it.
It is time for our day one dinner. We're having the margarita pizza, the seasoned Brussels sprouts, the flan for dessert, and the stuffed cheesy manicotti. What a man.
It is time for our first dinner of the week, or as Ma from Little House on the Prairie likes to call it, supper, which is such a delicious word. Ma. You know what? We should call her Catherine. She's a person too. She's valid. She's not just a mother. She's multifaceted. I'm just saying. Wait, was it? No, it was Caroline, not Catherine. Oh God, I really don't care about her, do I? I'm a horrible stan. Let's make dinner. We got a lot of things to cook. Let's see how to make this margarita pizza. Move oven rack to center position with no racks above it. Preheat oven to 450. Check actual oven temperature with an oven thermometer. Sam, who do you think you are? What kind of instructions are those? You're expecting too much from the world, and I fear you will be disappointed. I'm gonna put it in the oven at whatever temperature the manicotti needs to be at, because at the end of the day, she's the main star. So let's see what this has to be at. 350, that's quite a difference. Maybe I'll meet them somewhere in the middle. I have to cook this for 25 to 30 minutes, okay? And then the Brussels sprouts, 450. Let's just open this up. This is a disguise. This looks like a pizza, but I really think it's just a big hunk of basil, because that's all it smells like. I could plant this pizza in my garden and get a basil tree, and I think I might do that. And then the Brussels sprouts, I can't make another fart joke. I already made one, but this is probably also gonna smell like one, so I'm trying to resist. Wow, that's pleasant. You know, it doesn't smell like a fart. It smells more like a burp from a butt. You know, it's lighter, it's airier. It actually smells like a salad. So that's exciting. And then the manicotti, honestly, guys, I can see it right now. It looks like it's full of water. Someone took hydration too seriously. Look at this. Look at this wave of marinara. Let me show you up close. What in the world? Who put all this Aquafina in my manicotti?
And this is everything cooked. As you can see, the manicotti is ooey and gooey. The pizza is cheesy and buttery, flaky, crisp. And also the Brussels sprouts are a little singed. We love that. So this is my plate. Yes, I own very small plates. I swear, if it was a bigger plate, it would not be filled to the edges. And this is my crumbled up flan. It crumbled.
So I'm nervous. I'm sorry. I'm nervous. Hello, Poo-Poo. I think he's a little nervous too. I have been hiding something from you guys. You all know that I'm married to the loves of my life. Alejandro, yes, he is named after the Lady Gaga song, or is the song named after him? We'll never know. And my wife, Tammy, she's so beautiful. She's so beautiful. She's given me so much in terms of, you know, laundry and cooking and a beard. But I think the family is expanding. You okay? I want you to meet the next love of my life. This is Mr. Pib. You can just call him Pib. Mr. is just a little proper for him, but we're in a very exciting place. We just met each other. He's just kind of irresistible. I can't stop. Oh, Mr. Pib! Let's first try the margarita pizza because like I've said this whole time, I've actually said it kind of over and over. I'm like a broken record. We are in a club and a margarita pizza sounds like the perfect crazy vibe that I need right now. So that crunch! Snap, crackle, pop, those three elves are like,
Hey, that's our thing. That's our thing. Stop it.
I really enjoyed that. You know, I'm not a big fan of margarita pizza. And I think it's because it tastes the healthiest. Now, usually it doesn't have that richness that most pizzas have. You know, it's more of a super fresh mozzarella with some basil and some tomato. It doesn't have that good old pizza greasiness that I truly love. This margarita pizza has just that. And for that, it's a blessed day, Aunt Lydia. Under his eye, more like under his cherry tomatoes. The crust is simple, but it really does have that kind of like brick oven singed flavor to it. And I just cooked it in my good old Whirlpool conventional oven because guess what? It's convenient and it's also conventional, which is the same word, just pronounced differently. And somehow it gave it that rustic flavor that makes me feel like I'm on the Italian countryside stepping on tomatoes with Lucio Ball. Speaking of marinara, this marinara does not taste like someone stepped on it. It does not taste like gorgonzola. It tastes very flavorful. It doesn't have the freshest tomato flavor, but there's a lot of Italian seasonings in there, and it has this kind of olive oil richness to it, which I really loved, and I love the little dollops of pesto. Pesto is very strong, it's so basil-y, so I like the fact that it's only in certain bites and not covering the whole thing. So, I'm gonna give that a nice 8.5 out of 10, very strong. Now, Brussels sprouts, let's see. Oh. So Brussels sprouts are probably my favorite vegetable. They have the most potential to actually become delicious, whereas some other vegetables have no hope. I'm looking at you, celery. It just tastes like crunchy disappointment. But Brussels sprouts, when you cook them well, they can really taste better than junk food, to be honest. Now I gotta say, these ones aren't my favorite. I do think they're fresh tasting. I do think they have a nice crunch to them. But I don't like the seasoning blend they have. They just kind of taste like lemon and oil and some salt and pepper maybe. And it's nice and simple and kind of bright, but something about it isn't working with that kind of bitter Brussels sprout flavor. Lumpia? Adobo? Exactly, Cameron Diaz. I prefer Brussels sprouts with more of a sweetness, maybe a soy sesame glaze or like a spicy honey vibe. This isn't giving me what it needs to give. Luckily it will give me gas later.
I need to stop with these jokes.
I'm gonna give those a 4 out of 10. Now it's time for the manicotti. This is a cheese-filled manicotti. Oh, I just realized, this is a meatless meal, right? It just has cheese, so vegans, eat up, this is for you. Are you barking on my flan? But no, I've gotten comments from some of you guys saying that I'm mean for not giving my dog people food. Listen, he has some sort of an IBS issue and he literally cannot eat any people food. So I just want you to know that. Do you want diarrhea? Do you guys want to know the tea about this manicotti? It's delicious. I really like it. It's simple, but it's very nice. It tastes like a homemade lasagna without the meat. Or a homemade lasagna made of just only grass and herbs, but somehow it works. The noodles are very, very tender, perfectly cooked. The tomato sauce tastes like the marinara on the pizza. It's flavorful. It has Italian seasonings. It actually tasted a little bit brighter than the pizza. It tasted a bit more fresh, so that's good. And then the cheese filling tasted like the cheese filling from lasagna. If only Giada was here to see me eating my manicotti, she would say, Bellissima. Like I said, simple, but I really liked it. I'm gonna have seconds for sure. I'm gonna have to give that a very strong 8.5 out of 10. Very good. Last but not least, we have flan. Now, I haven't mentioned this, I don't think in this video or ever on my channel, but I am half Cuban and part of my heritage is eating flan. Like that is a huge part of the culture that I feel within me. I'm basically not even half Cuban, I'm half flan at this point. And if you've never had it, it's basically a very thick custard. It's a little bit gelatinous, but not in a gross cow hoof kind of way. Wait, it is cow hoof, right? What is gelatin? It's cow hoof, right? Hey sis. And it typically has a vanilla flavor with kind of a caramel sauce, watery stuff on top. Okay. You know, during the first bite, it did taste a little watered down. I thought to myself, I don't think this was made by a half Cuban. I think maybe it was made by a fourth of a Cuban. As I ate it, it felt like home. It felt like home. I've never been to Cuba, but it felt like I was home. It could still be a little stronger, but it had that classic flan texture. Creamy, yet jiggly, you know? And the flavor was slightly cream cheesy, which is typically a flavor in a cheese flan, but I felt that in this as well. This is just a normal flan. I just wanted a little more richness. So as you can see, I really liked my dinner. I'm having a great time so far. Oh, it's gone. It's never left at the last minute like that. I feel stood up. Tuesday. Girlies, I feel great. I feel great back in my baggy clothes. You know, yesterday's outfit was giving Gucci. It was giving Louis Vuitton with a side of Skechers. But it was just so form-fitting and I think it was too flattering actually. I really just like being in my good old trashy clothing, you know? My gut is also feeling really good. You know, the manicotti that I ate flew out the same way that it came in the shape of a log. So let's start day 2. I think I might eat food court food for lunch. I know it's not really in the prepared meal section, but it is a meal that's prepared already. So it counts and I'm really craving it and I've had it I think once or twice before, but it's been years. And I don't remember what any of it tastes like, so let's feast.
For my Tuesday dinner, I got the Italian style herb grilled chicken. I also got these twice baked potatoes, look so good. And I also got these little mini chicken and cheese tacos as my appetizer. And for dessert, this caramelized not bacon. I love bacon, I love you. I love bacon, I love you. It's banana pecan loaf that has been caramelized. But first we are having our Tuesday lunch, which is at the cafe. As you can see, they have pizza, staying warm, using a light bulb. Thank you, Thomas Edison. I got a hot dog, I got a slice of pepperoni pizza, it's in the foil, and a berry sundae.
I'm mad, girlies, and I'm gonna take it out on this wet one. You better get all that bacteria off me. Ugh! These can rip? I thought they were nicer quality, like more like a rag or something. I don't know. I'm upset because I got a soda pop with my hot dog as part of the deal. First of all, this was $5, so I'm very grateful. That is an incredible price, and that was including the soda. I filled it up. I was excited because they have Pepsi Zero. I've never had Pepsi Zero. I didn't think it existed because if there's 0 of the Pepsis, they're not even with us in the room right now, you know what I mean? But it was there and I was gonna try it. I've only had Diet Pepsi, thanks to Addison Rae. And I even put the straw in, everything. I realized once I was in the parking lot, I left it behind. I think I left it where all the ketchup and all that stuff was, like the hot dog station, which is where I typically live. At least that's what you think, right? And I didn't go back to get it because I was like, what if someone drank from it? Like the straw was already in, it was ready to go, and I got icked out. And I know you're thinking, Timmy, you could have gotten a new straw and a new soda. I'm thinking that now too. And I'm regretting not going back. Should I just go back now? Anyways, let's try this first. This is a berry sundae. I think I had a long time ago. Like I said, I don't remember what any of this tastes like, so I'm super hyped. Oh, by the way, I have a story to tell you. Girlies, you're not ready. Wait, let me eat first. Quiet. The concept. You know, I've had better, Mark. I've had better. Look, M stands for Mark and mediocre. Sorry, Mark. Hold on, I have to look up who Mark is because I keep dragging him and he might be a very good person. If he is, I still don't take back anything I said. Who is Members Mark? It's a private label brand for Sam's Club. Who is it named after? The mark refers to the mark of quality. He's embarrassed, he's hiding. That's crazy. Mark, own up to what you've done. I do think the soft serve is pretty good. It has the flavor of typical vanilla soft serve, but it's honestly a little bit icy and a little bit too cold. And me saying ice cream is too cold is like me saying I'm too handsome. Like, is that even possible? Yes, it is. You can see me. But I don't know. It feels like it's getting kind of a crystallized, icy texture because it's so cold. So I don't really like that. And I do not like the berry sauce at all. And I love berry sauces, but this doesn't taste like a berry sauce to me. It tastes like thawed out frozen berries that you would put into a smoothie. That's all. I'm not tasting any syrupiness, any richness, any extra sugar. I feel like this is no added sugar berry juice. And that's not what I'm looking for when I'm gonna go in on a Sunday or even a Friday. Hello. This person almost parked right in front of me, but then I think they saw me filming. They were like, oh, I don't want to watch someone embarrass themselves. I get it. So I'm gonna have to give the berry sundae, I think a 4 out of 10. You guys think that should go into singing? Let's try the hot dog. So I'm usually a mustard and ketchup kind of girl. You know, simple, classic combinations. But they did have relish. I'm gonna relish in the flavor of it. What am I saying? And also they have Frank's sauerkraut in a little pouch. I love sauerkraut, but I've never put it on my hot dog on purpose. If it comes on a hot dog, I will enjoy it. I will love it, but I've never actually made that choice, made that jump. And today I did. Also, for my ancient girlies out there, which are the best girlies, I'm just saying you guys have the most quality. You aged like a fine cheddar. And I feel like I'm one of you. I'm an old soul. But if you've seen Thoroughly Modern Millie from back in the day with Julie Andrews and I almost said Shirley MacLaine. No, Mary Tyler Moore. There's this scene where this guy is teaching Julie Andrews a tapioca dance, okay? It's all about tapioca pudding. That was the thing. You know, they did the mashed potatoes, they did the tapioca. And then he was like, sauerkraut, sauerkraut. And every time I see sauerkraut now, I hear his voice in my head. It's just such a good memory. So I had to say that. I'm sorry. I know it's totally random, off topic, and I never ever go off topic. So anyways, let's make our hot dog. Ketchup by Red Gold. And then we got some mustard. And then relish. I have never been a huge relish fan, but on a Chicago hot dog, I really love it. So I'm like, let me really try to get into it, get into my relish era. And then the sauerkraut. Oh! Smells like a piece of bologna. Why? Oscar Mayer? Stay out of this. Okay, it doesn't really smell like sauerkraut, but we're still gonna eat it. Okay, here's my gorgeous hot dog. Let's try it. Let me drink my berry juice. The fact that that is $1.50 with a big soda, my big soda pop, in this pricey world where everything is so expensive is crazy. That is genuinely filling. It's tasty. It's not perfect, but I think it's really, really good. And I think that is the deal of the century. Nowhere else has these prices. Oh, besides Costco. But still, you know, Mark, I think, is the failure here. I think Sam could be someone one day. The bun is nice and warm, classic hot dog bun. All the toppings were delicious. The sauerkraut did not taste like a slice of bologna. It tasted like sauerkraut, sauerkraut, sauerkraut. Oh, 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 oh. The hot dog itself has a perfect hot dog flavor. There's certain hot dogs that I always say taste too much like a hot dog, like they're too strong. This tastes just right. It's hot doggy, it's beefy, it tastes real, it has a nice crunch to it, but I will say that the texture on the inside of the hot dog is just a tiny bit crumbly for some reason. And I'm not used to seeing my hot dog crumble. Now, it didn't like fully crumble, but as I was chewing it, it felt like it was in like little pieces. Maybe because I was chewing it. But no, it actually did have a crumbly texture. And that reminded me of a crumble cookie. But the flavor was so good that I still enjoyed it fully. And I'm gonna still give it an 8.5 out of 10. Very strong, wow. Oh, my story, guys. People in this world forgot how to treat others, I swear it. Besides me and you, I know you're wonderful. But I saw this nice couple. They were looking at the bakery items. They were like, oh, that looks good. Oh, look at that bundt cake. That looks very nice. Oh my goodness, these muffins, gorgeous, risen from yeast. And I guess they were blocking someone else's view of what they wanted to look at, right? And this other person maybe said, excuse me before, I'm not sure, I didn't hear it, but all I heard was,
Hello, move!
and the couple, they're like, oh, I'm sorry, and they moved right away. They were very nice, but then they looked at each other like,
Girl, did you see that? Girl. And I saw the whole thing. I really wanted to go up to that person and say, you're rude, you're wrong. You are the wrong one. You are the evil one. You know what I mean? But I was too nervous. And I always think to myself, what if I'm on What Would You Do? That show where they film you and they test to see if you're a good person or not. I would be one of the people that's like a bystander that's like, oh, that's so sad. Let's keep shopping. And I would look terrible. So I'm happy that that was not the case. But that's my little story. Anyways, let's try this pizza. So excited. So I did get pepperoni. It looks good. Very greasy, but good. I am gonna blot off a little bit of those oil pools on top of each pepperoni. Give me a second. Okay, very nice. I know people say that it adds flavor, but guess what? It also adds an upset stomach, and Pepsid AC can't protect me every day, you know? Let's try it. This is my second time having pizza in 24 hours. I'm so proud of myself. I really enjoyed that. I did. I only have one problem with the whole thing. I think the crust is fine. It's nothing special, but it's simple pizza crust, cooked well. The cheese is so salty. They put a thick layer. And then the pepperoni, crispy, perfect pepperoni. My only complaint is that the sauce is a little too sweet. That's all. That's the only complaint. Otherwise, I really enjoyed this pizza. Is it the best pizza ever? No. Is it anything special? Of course not. I am. But it's good, cheap pizza. You know, I'm gonna give it a nice 7 out of 10. Yes. Now, I know you were probably expecting me to talk about my experience with the gout because, you know, when I eat pepperoni, I like to spread awareness for that, be a good person, you know, warn others. But I've been getting a couple comments saying, Timmy, you need to stop talking about the gout. And that's crazy to me because I've only talked about it maybe like twice tops on this channel ever. So I've decided to stop talking about the fact that I ate 60 turkey pepperonis once and it swelled my toe up like a balloon. And I thought that my toe is broken and shattered in the middle of the night, but it wasn't. It was just the gout. And I just talked about it again. I'm so sorry. Please don't like me. Pick me. Choose me. Love me.
Just to remind you, for our Tuesday dinner, we are having the twice baked potatoes, the Italian herb chicken, mini chicken tacos, and caramelized banana pecan loaf. My gosh, you're so forgetful. I keep having to tell you what I'm eating.
Girlies, look at this new automobile I got. Yes, it's a real sleigh by Chevrolet, not sponsored. And I know what you're thinking. Timmy, how are you gonna fit into that? It's so big. You're gonna slide right out. I'm excited for this dinner because one, it looks easy. I'm not gonna be having to make anything from scratch, you know? And two, it looks really delicious and pretty cohesive. These tacos are not by Sam's Club. The challenge is only Sam's Club food. This is by Don Miguel, who sounds like a very nice man, and apparently he's been making these tacos since 1908. And he's still going? Good for him. You know, getting old is a mindset, right? That's what they say. I mean, I'm getting prepared meals from Sam's Club, so I guess this does count. It's fine. I'm gonna air fry these because it's an option and I prefer air to oil. So there's that. And as for the loaf, it's already baked. That's good. It's not just a pan of batter. And for the twice baked potatoes, oh, I'm shrinking. We gotta take the sour cream and the bacon out of there. And then it's $3.50 for 50 minutes for a potato that's already twice baked. This is its third time being baked and it's gonna take that long. I'm losing my patience. And then the chicken's only gonna take 20 minutes. I will see you when it's done.
And this is the finished product. It looks so good. I really love how it turned out, at least aesthetically. And the banana loaf kind of fell apart, but it's still gonna probably taste like happiness and sunshine, rainbows, and be happy. What did she say?
Hey guys, I thought maybe we could do a little bit of ASMR. Why did I do that? I don't know, but I hope you got the chills. And I wanted to do a little bit of ASMR because these Sam's Club tacos that are not made by Sam seem very crunchy, so let's just dig in. Sometimes she burps in my face and it just smells like caca. Okay, I'm sorry. I have to use my voice, guys. I have a stutter. It's powerful when I speak out. What you up to? You wanna sit with me? She can't have human food either, but she can smell it. These are very nice. You know, they taste like your typical chicken frozen taquito or frozen mini take, but they're a little extra tangy. They have a little pop of hot sauce in there. Like, they're not spicy, but they have that hot sauce tang, that little bit of zestiness, you know, which I really like. The chicken does have sort of a pasty feel to it. It's like mixed with the cheese, but that's how all these frozen taquito type of items are. So I don't mind that at all, and it's very crispy, not too greasy. Love! 6 out of 10. Ole caliente! Come on, Regina, let's dance. The salsa. Regina, let's go! Okay, Mama's gonna eat. Could you guys even see her? She was like legit dancing. She was like doing a whole samba, like it was crazy. Next up we have this Italian herb chicken. Looks pretty dried up, but I am not gonna judge a chicken by its herb, and I'm definitely not gonna judge an Italian by their pepperoni. Let's see. I don't know. Okay, so it does feel like real chicken. That's the good thing. It's juicy, it's not dried out, surprisingly. I thought it was gonna taste like a sandal made out of genuine leather, like a really expensive sandal. But I don't love the flavor, I gotta say. And I don't like the herb blend. You know why? It just tastes like rosemary. My chicken! There is rosemary all up in my $30 Amazon rug that I've had to replace twice because the hairs just start to dissipate. I'm gonna have to vacuum afterwards. And don't worry, I'm not gonna let Regina get to it. And I don't think she'll even try to eat it because she does not like seasoning or flavor. She thinks that black pepper is spicy. She's one of those people. No offense. Yeah, I am so tired of rosemary. I feel like everyone's putting it on everything, and it's only good when it's with a bunch of other herbs. It cannot be the main star. It doesn't have that main star energy. It could never be Lady Gaga in A Star Is Born, and that's the only herb that I taste here. It says Italian seasonings. Where? I don't feel like I'm in Sicily. I feel like I'm in Rosemary's house. You know what? I think this would be good if you sliced it up and put it in a salad, or maybe made a chicken parmesan thing out of it, but by itself it needs a lot of work. I'm gonna have to give it a 4. Now let's try the twice baked potato. So in case you don't know what a twice baked potato is, they basically bake a potato and then they scoop the filling out, make a mashed potato type of filling, and then put it back in, put cheese on top, and it came with bacon and sour cream. I think the room is getting dark. Is that better? A little bit. What is daylight savings time even saving? Time? Whoa, you're so cool for that. I save time every day when I skip the intro of all the TV shows I watch. You know, like it's very easy. If only I could get that recognition. When's it gonna be my time? This looks pretty creamy, I gotta say, so let's see what it's giving. Oh my gosh. Ah! Regina, I love you so much. Oh my, girlies, it's not even that good. But I still really enjoyed it. You know, there's something about a baked potato that just makes me happy. It doesn't even have to be super flavorful. It's hearty, it's chunks of potato. You got some bites that have more sour cream than potato. Those are my favorite bites. And that's probably why I have a dermatitis. It's probably because of the dairy, who knows, but it's worth it. And this was giving me baked potato, just smoother. So if you like a baked potato, but you don't like, you know, working for it and making it really creamy, get a twice baked potato, because they do the work for you. You can be your lazy, useless self, just like me. The filling really did just taste like a simple mashed potato, like just some butter, milk, salt, and pepper. But because of the toppings, that really salty cheese on top, and the bacon bits and the sour cream, it just really elevated it. I'm gonna have another one right after this. I might have all 4. What would happen if I eat all those? Would I turn into an Idahoan? I know some of you are from Idaho, but I don't wanna be one of you. I don't. All you do is dig and pull potatoes out of the ground all day, and there's too much dirt. Leave me alone. I'm gonna give those a 6 out of 10. Very nice. So last but not least, we have the caramelized banana pecan bread. It looks really beautiful. I got a very big slice. I could have gotten an even bigger one, but my self-control told me, Timmy, just take a jumbo piece, not an extra jumbo piece. It's not my fault I have a wide set stomach. I'm so grateful. I can't believe how good that was. I can't believe it. I will say my only critique was that it was a little bit dry, but it was fantastic. It tastes like a good old classic banana bread with a banana type flavor, maybe a hint of cinnamon, fresh, never frozen beef patties from Wendy's. What I meant was, it tastes fresh, it tastes like someone just baked it. And what makes the difference is the top. The top layer has the pecans, but it also has this slight caramelized, burnt brown butter flavor to it. And it does taste caramelized, but in more of a subtle way. There's not like chunks of caramel. It's just more of a caramel glaze on top, if that makes sense. And it goes so well with those salty pecans. It is delicious. I'm gonna give that a 9 out of 10. Regina, what do you think of our dinner? I didn't have any. You won't let me have human food. You won't let me be myself. I'm sick of you being my mother. I hate you. What do I do? I'm trying my best. It's Wednesday. It's raining outside, so I can't do my signature strut, which is just starting the day off on a sour note. Ew, stinks. Sour really smells, you know? You know what? There's another way to strut. I call it the fierce phalange. Wow, she's serving. Work it, Smoochie. Last night I did have multiple twice-baked potatoes, and they made me very bloated because I'm not able to digest twice. I can only do it once. So the potatoes, they were like, what's going on? We're used to doing things 2 times. But I feel so much better today, and I'm ready for the 3rd day. I think it stopped raining. I could have strutted. Oh, we did it.
For our Wednesday lunch, we're having a little Asian-themed meal, teriyaki chicken bowls with these bao buns and these chicken gyoza dumplings as well. And for dinner, we're having chicken Alfredo and also some stuffed peppers as a side. And for my appetizer, we're having some baked potato soup. And for dessert, we are having a chocolate-filled Yule log. And this is our lunch all together in one frame. Looks delicious.
Sam's Club does not provide bags, a lot like Costco. They're like, other stores give you bags? We've never heard of that. Never. Don't ask. Selfish. And so because of that, all of my food was in my cart, just laying there like this, getting rained on. My bao buns felt like Hilary Duff in the Coming Clean music video. They were feeling the vibes, you know? They were like, la 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 la. She's really good. Thank you. Let's eat. Okay, so I think I can microwave both of these. Yes. Blessed day, Aunt Lydia. And this, hopefully too. On the go, ready in 3 minutes. That's what I like to hear. This is apparently a 2-pack, but the bowl has 3 individually wrapped components. Oh, I thought this was gonna be easy. Nothing in life comes easy. Learn that now before it's too late. Okay. Oh! It's so cute. It feels like really thick, nice plastic, which is not good news for the earth, but for stability and to be able to hold my meal, it's very good news. Okay, so the chicken is in its own little pouch. Girl, chill. Oh, and it's like covered in, I think, fat globs. And then we have the sauce and this really healthy looking situation type deal type moment. Everything is just very vacuum sealed. I feel like I'm in a Dyson commercial. So I just have to put it all into the bowl and then cook it for 2 minutes and then another 90 seconds. And the fat covered chicken, I can make a gravy out of this for my biscuit. Oh. Mama, that smells dark-sided. That smells like a demon has been in this bag for about 200 years and I just released it. Okay. Oh! Extra sauce, right? Okay. The rice is definitely not gonna be dry. That's good news. And then the sauce, hopefully that will cover the flavor of everything else. It might be good, it might be good. You know, I have faith. Ow! And that's what I get for lying. Let's just mix this up real quick and then cook it. You know, the chicken, I do see that it's in different shapes, which could be a sign of realness, you know, authenticity. If they were all in the shape of a chicken nugget, you'd know. Okay, that's what it's giving right now. What do we think? Don't be rude. Stop saying, ew, that's disgusting. Poor Mark. How long was it? That's fine.
This is the gourmet finished product. We have the microwaved bowl, the microwaved bao bun, and the microwaved dumplings.
I gotta say, I was so negative. I was a negative Nancy. No offense to everyone who is named Nancy. I'm sure you're the most positive person in your friend group, for sure. That's not what the other girl said, but for sure. This smells so good. It smells so good. It smells, ooh, it's a little off. But I'm excited now, honestly, now that it's all mixed and hot. Could be good. What's even in this? Roasted chicken, brown rice with quinoa and veggies. Quinoa. Yes, obviously the little specks of quinoa in there. I did not notice. I don't know why. I think my brain thought it was wild rice. It got crazy. And then teriyaki sauce. This sounds very organic and very grass-fed. You know, there's this girl on Instagram who I love so much. She dances in the supermarket. She's like a ballet person or something. And then she's like, do not eat this processed food. It has so many additives. Eat this instead. Okay, it's from the ground, it's from the earth. So she mixes dancing with comparing foods. Did you know that there's additives in chicken? So let's get some chicken, let's get some rice. It's a big piece of chicken. Why not? Eureka! I didn't get an idea, I just felt like saying it. I know you're thinking, Timmy, is that shook by a frozen meal? I know, but you know, like what I mean, like in the sense that it's actually kind of good. Now, not compared to restaurant Asian food, but compared to other frozen meals, it's very nice. The chicken tastes fully real. It tastes like real, slow roasted chicken thigh. It's very simple in flavor, but the teriyaki sauce does a lot of heavy lifting. There's no foaminess to the chicken. There's no ick. And then the brown rice and quinoa, they really just take on the flavor of the teriyaki sauce once again. And the teriyaki sauce is very tangy. It's a tiny bit sweet, but it's more so on the tangy side, and it has that rich umami flavor. I still don't know what umami means, but people say it, and I want to be one of them. I want to fit in. It's all I've ever wanted. It's a nice frozen meal, and it tastes a lot realer than other frozen meals.
Wow.
This was definitely made by Sam, not Mark. Mark is not capable of this. Who is Sam, by the way? I looked up Mark, and we found out he was a coward. Who is Sam from Sam's Club? Sam from Sam's Club refers to Sam Walton, the founder of Walmart. He makes the best walls. Truly, you can't hear anything through them. Oh wait, and his name is Walton. Oh my God. Sam's Club, Walmart, Sam Walton. I just broke the multiverse. We weren't supposed to know that. Next up, we have the chicken dumplings, the pot stickers, if you will. They were never stuck to a pot at any point, so I'm just gonna call them dumplings today. The directions said to put the soy sauce on top of them and then microwave them. So that's what I did. But I don't know, I have never smelled like hot soy sauce by itself. It turns out it's not pleasant. It turns out it's actually quite upsetting. I don't know, it kind of smells like burnt brown sugar coating a raisin. Why does that sound like something Beth from Little Women would eat as a treat? You know, they gave all their baked goods to the family down the road, the ones with the fever, and they just found raisins and brown sugar and they coated them. And they were like, Papa would have loved this when he gets home, whenever that is, because we don't have phones. We don't know. We're gonna make this treat for him. And then Beth passed out once again. Let's try it. I got the shivers. I don't know, guys. I don't know her. Those might be one of the worst chicken dumplings I've ever had. Now, because of the microwave, they're very chewy and doughy in a bad way. But that's not the main issue. The main issue is that the filling doesn't taste good. It's very watery tasting. There's not a lot of flavor besides ginger. This is all ginger. You know, she snapped. It's the holidays. I wanted to fit a ginger snap joke in there somewhere. I don't know if it really worked in this moment, but it really does just taste like pure fresh cut ginger. And I love a ginger garlic combo in my dumplings. I love that so much. But this is just all strong ginger and really nothing else. It's not working for me at all. I'm gonna have to give those a 2 out of 10. Ouch. Ah, Sam, burn. I want a good pot sticker real bad. And I'm not gonna get it today, am I? But we do still have a bao bun. Hello, my love. The instructions said to wrap this in a damp paper towel and then microwave it. And that's what it looks like. It is kind of reminiscent of a part of all of us. It's very recognizable. slap my bow. Oh my goodness, that's where it's at. Wow. How in the hell is the dumpling so bad, but the bao is so good? To me, that tastes as good as any bao I've had in a restaurant. The bao bread, what is it? Dough. The outside of the bao is very soft, very fluffy, a lot like a pillow. I was tempted to rest my head on it, but I didn't want to fall asleep in the middle of filming. You know what I mean? The filling was the best part though. It was like chunks of real pork, no blubber blobs, thankfully. And the sauce it was in was like a classic sweet barbecue sauce. But I've noticed that like the barbecue sauce that's in like a barbecue bao isn't that smoky, it's just more so sweet and tangy. Whereas American barbecue sauce is like more on the smoky side. I like both of them though, and it went so well with the pork, with the bread, with everything, so I really love that. 10 out of 10 from little old me. Besides the dumplings, that meal was surprisingly good.
For our Wednesday dinner, we are having Alfredo pasta, stuffed peppers, baked potato soup, and a log. If you think about it, most of this is vegetable. We got the pepper, we got the potato, and we got a piece of a tree. So I basically just put foil on both of the different dishes that had to be cooked in the oven, because that's what it said to do. And after about 40 something minutes, they were done. Look how gorgeous. Look at the ooey gooiness. Look at the cheesiness. Look at the steam. Everything about this frame is screaming cinema and also flavor. And this is the finished meal. We got the soup, a slice of the redwood. Thank you, Taylor, for that tip. And then we got the pepper and the pasta on the same plate.
Regina's back. Hey, queen. Should I move to get out of her way? She's the star. You're the star. I let her think that. This meal smells really good, but I gotta say, it's very pale. And it reminds me of Edward. If the Volturi see him, Alice, do you know what they'll do? But it's warm like Jake. Jiggle? Okay, Timmy, eat. Let's try this potato soup. My expectations were quite high. You know why? The broccoli cheddar soup tasted really, really good. Better than your typical store-bought broccoli cheddar soup. And I have to say, later on, the air that I released was more pleasant than usual. But this, honestly, tastes like chunky soup. If you've had chunky soup, you've had this. And if you haven't had it, it's a canned soup that is named after me. Which was an honor, but it did not help my self-esteem, that's for sure. The potatoes are so starchy and almost crunchy, and there is a bacon flavor, but it tastes like processed, kind of like bacon bits type of bacon, you know, not real pig, more like a cyborg pig that is definitely part preservative. Once again, that dancing girl on Instagram, she would be disgusted. She would say, that's vile. I want no part of it. Try this alternative. And then the broth does have a slight cheesy flavor, but overall, it has that canned metallic vibe that I hate.
With all my heart.
So I'm gonna have to give it a 2 out of 10. Sorry. Next up, let's try the Alfredo. So it looks nice and thick, looks really good. There's lots of chicken pieces. Okay. So as you can see, Mama was ravenous. And is there anything wrong with that? I don't think so. I think you need to look within. But I did enjoy it to an extent. And the extent was extended about like this long maybe. My one main issue is that the pasta itself did have a slight cream of wheat flavor. And I don't know why it did, but it brought back a lot of memories. You know, me and my family ate a lot of cream of wheat for breakfast back in the day because it was cheap and I think I kind of liked it. It tasted kind of like a blended up oatmeal, right? And I didn't think I would revisit that memory within a twisty little noodle, but I did, and I'm grateful for it. I know that's random, but that is literally what it tasted like to me. They were very tender. I love that shape of noodle. The chicken honestly tasted like sliced up rotisserie chicken. Not bad. Now the sauce really had a lot of potential. It's not great, but I love the texture. The texture of it is almost like a homemade mac and cheese sauce. It's almost a tiny bit grainy, but in a good way. You can taste the flour in there, and it's very buttery. I just wish it had more of a cheesy flavor. I know this is not mac and cheese, but Alfredo's, good Alfredo's, should have a sharp Parmigiano flavor, and I feel like this only had a hint of that. If that was stronger, I would have loved this even more. Hi, baby. Hi, my love. Hello. So because of that, I think I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10, but it's not bad whatsoever. And I would eat it again if someone like served it to me. I wouldn't go out and buy it, but you know, if a friend said, hey, I got some Alfredo, you wanna come over? I would say, sure. And then I would eat it and say, this is the best Alfredo I've ever had, because I'm a people pleaser, period. Okay, now we have the stuffed pepper. She's always just running in place, always staying active. I really find that inspirational. I should be more like you, Regina. This is the stuffed bell pepper. Typically, these things are stuffed with a rice cow blend, and it seems like this is probably that as well. Ooh! I think she has to go to the bathroom. Wait, Regina, hold it. Hold it. Go, go, go. Hurry, hurry. I could tell because she was going around in circles. Why do dogs do that? They're like, it feels so nice to twirl before I take a dump. I actually really like the filling. I do. Can we start like a petition or something? I want to put the bell pepper stuffing into a different item. Like me. I mean, that's what I just did, but you know what I mean? Like, can we like stuff something else? Because I don't think this works. I know people love it, but bell peppers are very thick and crunchy and I think they ruin the vibe of the dish. The stuffing by itself tastes quite nice. It's like a tomatoey, meaty, almost like a chili without all those spices, you know? It's simple, but it's good and the meat tastes real. I just wish it wasn't in this pepper because I just don't like it. Honestly, it's kind of gnarly. Girlies, I've been in my Cat's Eye era. Have you guys heard of Cat's Eye? Not sponsored by Cat's Eye. They're this like K-pop girl group and they do these dances like this. Wait, it's like, and then they're like, it's just like that, but like less bloated. They have been serving and slaying the house down, mama. And I've been obsessed with their song Gnarly, so that's why I said it, just so I could feel like a Cat's Eye member. So I'm gonna give the pepper, for the filling alone, a 6 out of 10. Yeah. Okay, last but not least, we have the Yule log cake, okay? Didn't I talk about a log earlier in this video? I think it was a very different context. Let's dig in, right? Oh, it has a sign that says Feliz Navidad. Let me translate that because I'm half Cuban. It means happy holidays. So let's just, I want a chunk of that first. Tastes like sugar. Let's dig into the cake. Oh. Okay, I did leave the frosting behind because it was a little too sweet for me, but otherwise, this is fantastic. The chocolate cake itself is a perfect, moist, not too rich chocolate cake. It is everything you imagine when you want to eat a chocolate cake, you get me? And that filling on the inside, I am 2000% sure that that is marshmallow fluff, which is so much better than frosting. Frosting is so icky sweet. Marshmallow fluff is more subtle and it has a better texture. It's more like a cloud that you can eat. And I think that's a blessing to us as people. I'm gonna give that an 8.5 out of 10. Very good. Now this brought me back to another memory, guys. I'm sorry, I have to reminisce when I feel it in my heart. It's the holiday season. Let me do this. If you've seen Beauty and the Beast 2, yes, there's like an unofficial sequel, sort of. It's about Christmas time. There's a villain named Maestro, and he's a massive piano and also a zaddy. Have you ever called a massive piano zaddy? Right, right. But that's besides the point. That's not even what I'm trying to get to. In that movie, Belle is like chopping down trees and things like that. And there's one special Yule log, and I think she gives it to Beast as a present. And I don't know why, that Yule log to me has always been delicious. I wanted to eat the Yule log, and I think I just did. Thursday. I hope no one saw that. I'm not even gonna look around. I don't wanna know. Girlies, it's Thursday. Now, typically when I wear a t-shirt, I like to wear a cute design, you know, something with Marvel on it, or Taylor Swift, or a massive beaver, as you saw yesterday. But this shirt is so old that the picture has totally disintegrated. But I think it used to be Marvel, maybe? I don't know. Either way, it's giving non-existent design, and that's kind of modern, you know? So let's go get some more sustenance.
For our Thursday lunch, we are having hot, fresh food, girlies. We got some ribs. We also got a jumbo rotisserie chicken, one of the biggest gobblers I ever did see. And then also these cheese puff pastries for our lunch dessert. And then for dinner, we're having these hatch chili green enchiladas and some mac and cheese as our side. plus this gorgeous cherry pie that you can tell has been bubbling over. And that just somehow makes it look 10 times more delectable. So let's have our lunch in the car. We got the chicken, we got the rack of ribs, a whole rack, and also the cheese pastries. Let's dig in.
I'm literally surrounded by meat. Is this how Mr. Arby's feels? Is that why he's always in such a good mood? I know this is not the most conventional meal. It's not the most conventional oven, but I really wanted to try these two meats fresh, right out of the store. And I know it's a lot. I know that everything I'm eating has bones in it. Even these cheese pastries used to have bones, but these are the boneless version. So I just feel very connected to my history, AKA the cavemen, you know? Back in the day, they would go into their cave and say, men, 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 ho, oh yeah, oh, whoa. And they would eat so many meats and maybe even cheeses. Maybe they were making charcuterie boards back then, but definitely a lot of meat. And I don't know, I feel like this is really grounding me, and I'm excited to taste test this massive rotisserie chicken that is probably full of different things to make it plump, and I don't judge. Whatever someone wants to do to make them more confident, I'm here for it. Also, I think I had a broken shopping cart, so it was like very shaky, and when I was walking to my car, I just saw the chicken like basically twerking, and it made me even more hungry. So let's go in. Chicken first. Do I have utensils? Yes.
My man hands.
That's all I need. That's all our ancestors needed. So I'm just gonna, oh, ooh, it's hot. I love being prehistoric. I love being a fossil. Let me just clarify. I did use an antibacterial hand wipe before doing this, and I'm not giving this to my sister because I'm putting my hands all in it. So I'm gonna save it and just munch on it throughout the days. So I don't know why sometimes I get real judgmental about food, and I really thought this was not gonna be good. I think just because it's so big that I was like, how could it taste real? It does. It tastes fully real. There's no ick factor here. And you know what? I'm gonna say something crazy that a lot of you might be really disappointed by, especially the Floridian girlies that ride alligators, but this is better than a Publix rotisserie chicken. You know, Publix's rotisserie chickens are fine, but they're really nothing special. I think this is actually sort of special. It's extremely juicy. Like, I feel like it has extra water in it, and I think maybe Aquafina told it a joke and it was like, you just hydrated me. She's so funny. But it's not just that. The chicken skin tastes like fried chicken. Colonel Mustard said, what do you mean you can make fried chicken without the oil? What do you mean? I have oil all up in my mustache. And for what? And for nothing? It stinks. It's gross. There's a fried chicken flavor to it. It honestly tastes like the KFC 11 herbs and spices and one state. But of course, it's not crispy whatsoever. But it's so flavorful and just tastes so much better than other rotisserie chickens. I'm really impressed by that. This is my first time ever having a Sam's Club chicken, and I think that's it for me. That's the future. When I want a rotisserie chicken, I'm coming here also. It is massive, and it was $4.98? That can't be right. Maybe half of it. Half of it? No, the whole thing, even the bones. Have you ever eaten a rotisserie chicken in your car? Did it try to fly away out the window? Right. Now it's time for the ribs. Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm at Chili's. Remember that commercial that was like, Chili's, baby back rib. Oh! Let me do that again. Chili's, Chili's, baby back ribs.
With barbecue sauce.
Remember that? No? You're a Gen Zer? Sorry, I was doing my millennial pause. Okay. Ooh, they feel firm. Okay, definitely not fall off the bone. Oh my gosh! Girlies, this is a barbecued piece of eraser. I'm scared now. I was so excited. Hello? Big Daddy? The trucks always follow me. I don't know what it is. I guess that my milkshake brings all the trucks to the yard. What? No. How much was this? Almost $13. And this is fresh. What in the world? If someone sees me eating ribs in my car, mind your business. Let a man be a man. You know, my wife Tammy always tells me, if you are craving a rib, go get it right at that moment. Be you, be who you are. She's such a good wife. I'm gonna save these. I'm so sad. I'm a mess for nothing. I am grateful. Let me just say that I am grateful, but I am disappointed. Two things can be true at once. The flavor is genuinely not bad. Does it taste very simple? Yes, it tastes like a good, tangy, sweet, kind of slightly cherry flavored barbecue sauce, and it's a thick layer of it on a very simple pork pork rib. It tastes like a rib with very little seasoning, but still a good rib. My issue is the texture. I don't know if it's overcooked. I don't know if they used it as a hockey puck because they just felt like playing a sport. I don't know what happened to it, but something is wrong here. These are probably the toughest ribs I've ever had in my life. It's hard to even chew through them. And the thing about ribs is that the texture really does matter. This is not, you know, a brownie where it could be ooey gooey or a little bit crunchy. Either way, it's fine. No, ribs need to be tender. And these ones are the opposite. If you try to chew a piece of beef jerky that Pa from Little House on the Prairie made in 1706, 300 years later, it would be more of a pleasant experience for the molars than this. And I'm saying that with my whole chest, and I have really, really huge pecs. So I'm gonna have to give those a 2 out of 10. I'm so upset right now. At least we have our boneless cheese pastries. I'm so excited about these guys. A lot of you know I'm half Cuban. And we have these things called pastelitos. Pastelitos are little pastries that are typically filled with either cheese or guava, or sometimes us Cubans get real crazy and we fill it with both. This is looking like a pastelito made by, you know, George Washington. So it's the same vibe, but just less spice, right? These are just called cheese puff pastries. And I'm about to go in because I'm still very hungry. Oh my gosh. Look how they glisten and shine. Did something fly? Was it the chicken again? Mmm. Wow. Another. Thank you, universe. Thank you. Just this once, you're not so vast and ever expanding that you forgot about little old me. You remembered. Those are fantastic. If you've ever had a cheese Danish, it's that kind of filling. So it's kind of like a very light, barely sweet cheesecake surrounded by a buttery, flaky crisp, which has some sugar crystals on it, but otherwise it's very simple and it just lets the cheese shine, but it adds such a nice crunchy texture. There's not much more to say besides the fact that I adore it. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. There's a piece of food on my rear view mirror. How did that happen? Ooh. Is that part of the chicken? I feel like Mr. Clean right now, but like way more bald.
For our Thursday dinner, we are having some green chili enchiladas, some mac and cheese, and of course, the ooey gooey cherry pie that's busting out of the crust. So as you can see, we have a whole cheese buffet here. We have the mac and cheese ready to go in, enchiladas as well. So I just put some foil on both of them and pop them into the oven, and look how gorgeous they look. Easy breezy, beautiful, goopy cheese. Oh, how juicy. We have it all plated up and ready to be devoured.
Let's first try the mac and cheese. I gotta say, it really passed the sound test. You know how when there's like a jet in the air, it like breaks the sound barrier or something like that? Like it makes like a boom sound. I feel like this mac and cheese was almost at that point. It was so loud. I'm really proud of it. Let's try it. Looks very cheesy. Shocker! So, I just realized that at the beginning of this video, I said I was gonna mentally compare these foods to the Costco foods that I had a couple months ago. I haven't done that at all. I haven't even mentioned Costco in days. But you know what? Better late than never. We have to give ourselves grace when we are imperfect. So I'm just gonna pass myself some grace. Here you go. Oh, thank you. That's so much of it. So much grace. Can I eat it? I want to eat everything. I have to say, this is similar to Costco's mac and cheese, but it's less flavorful and less cheesy. It's just missing a tanginess that the Costco mac and cheese had. This is just kind of cheesy with nothing else going on. But the fact that it's less cheesy than the Costco one is a really good thing. Let me tell you, that was so cheesy that it kind of grossed me out. Not while I was eating it, but after eating it. I felt kind of like weird about it. I was like, I've never consumed that much cheese in my life. And maybe if I was from Wisconsin, I would feel really good about it. And I would just feel like myself because they are the people of cheese, right? But I'm Floridian and girl, I'm gonna need a side of alligator to balance all that cheese out, and I didn't have that. You know what I mean? It was just a lot. It was too rich. So I'm enjoying this because the cheese balance is correct. I just wish it had some more seasonings. Maybe some paprika, a little bit of mustard, you know, to give it a kick. The noodles are al dente, so there's that. I'm gonna give it a nice 6 out of 10. Now, girlies, I do have a little bit of a life update. It's kind of a big deal. I smell different, like in a good way. I know you were thinking, okay, rancid, vile odors. No, I got a new perfume. Junie, she just jumped onto my laptop and then slid off. Are you okay? My love, it's not a slide. It's a piece of technology. I love you so much. I think she's okay. What was I saying? I was being a protective mother. That is my life purpose, but there was something else. Yes, my odor. I'm a perfume girly now. So our besties got this really good cologne by Jean-Paul Gaultier. And I've never had a designer perfume. Like I've only gotten the perfumes that are called like Eau de Toilette because I feel like that's what I deserve. Why is it called toilet? Can someone tell me? And they were like, this is the best cologne ever. I smelled it. I was like, I need it. So I got my own. And I smell so good every day of my life. Anyways, Timmy, shut up. Let's try these enchiladas. These are green hatch chili enchiladas with chicken on the inside. Mmm. Mama's okay, don't worry, my love. Listen, I grew up in New Mexico for about 10 years of my life, and that gave me this knowledge about enchiladas. Okay, we had a lot of authentic green chili enchiladas in New Mexico. I don't know if they were hatch green chilies, but I do know that that hatch in Lost was very mysterious, and Hurley's code of numbers had to mean something. 7, 8, 20, 22, Taylor Swift, 1989. And then the smoke monster, what even was that? What was that? That doesn't exist in our world. That's not scientifically accurate. It's called science fiction for a reason. It's based on science. What was I saying? Oh yes, I lived in New Mexico. I had a lot of authentic green chilies. Does this taste? I can't have a stutter and a lisp. Girl, pick a struggle. Does this taste like those green chili enchiladas I had as a kid? No, not at all, but it's still delicious. It tastes like the green chilies from the little can mixed with cream cheese and possibly some taco seasonings to make a nice, creamy, cheesy, pepper-filled sauce. I really did like the sauce a lot. The chicken within did taste totally real. It tasted a lot like the Kentucky Fried rotisserie chicken we had earlier. Colonel Mustard said, hey, I'm a little bit Latino too. I can make an enchilada. No, you can't, Colonel. And I have to say, I typically hate when people use flour tortillas in enchiladas because flour tortillas get soggy and stretchy. Corn tortillas do not. They taste really good with sauce. But I think they used a much thinner flour tortilla and the stretchiness did not really bother me. That's really crazy. Usually it upsets me to the point that I scream so loud that I drown out the sound of the mac and cheese. But not today. I'm okay with it. So I'm gonna give those enchiladas a nice 7 out of 10. They don't taste authentic, but they taste really, really good. So yay. Last but not least, we have cherry pie. In case you don't know, cherry pie is my second favorite pie flavor. First is pumpkin, cherry second. If you didn't know that, I think you really need to study more because I'm the most important person in this world. So I'm super hyped about this. It looks really gorgeous. Like the color of it, it's giving Clifford the big red dog if he was a cherry. You know what I mean? He would be a really big cherry. Let's try it. Wow. Bella? What? Me? The cherry pie filling honestly tasted like simple canned cherry pie filling, but I am happy with that. I could eat that with a spoon. The cherries didn't taste fresh by any means, but who wants a fresh cherry when you could have something soaked in sugar for a couple months? The crust here is the standout. It is so buttery and sweet, and it almost tastes more like a shortbread cookie. So think shortbread cookie with cherry pie filling, a match made in heaven. 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. So tomorrow's the final day. I'm excited about it. I already have my food. I didn't tell you guys, but I already went shopping because I was like, I could just get the last 2 days at the same time. Why not? And that's what I did. I made history. See, that's called thinking out of the box. Friday. Oh. I've tried a lot of different dances on this channel, but never did tap dance. Looks like I got a new talent unlocked. It is the final day, girlies. We have experienced so much, you know? I feel like Sam truly accepts us as his brother at this point. He's like, Mark, that's only a half brother. He can go. You're my family. Sam, I love you. And I'm just hoping that this makes him realize that Members Mark has never been a good name and it should be Members Timmy. It makes so much more sense. Now, like I said, I did buy today's food yesterday just to save me some time. So we got all the food in the fridge, but here are some clips of me shopping.
For my Friday lunch, I got some cherry jalapeno and guava meatballs, and I also got some pretzel bites with cheese dip. And I forgot to film it, but I also got a Mediterranean Mediterranean pasta salad. Now for dinner, I got this potato au gratin little circular thingies. I also got this gorgeous chicken pot pie and this stunning radiant key lime pie. So let's have lunch. We got the meatballs, the salad, that's what it looks like, and the pretzel bite.
I don't know if you can tell, but I am half asleep. Because I didn't have to drive today, I did sleep in a little more, and I literally rolled out of bed, fed the dogs, because as a mother, I'm selfless, and then I started filming. So I'm a little out of it, a little hazy. But I'm really excited about this meal. It does feel like the healthiest combination we've had so far, minus the pretzels and cheese sauce. But this pasta salad looks incredibly healthy. Obviously, we don't have to cook it. It's a salad. Have you ever cooked a salad? Did it shrivel and wilt? Right. Same girl, I'm all shriveled. But we do have to cook these meatballs, even though they are fully cooked. I'm really hyped about these. They sound really gourmet. They are chicken meatballs filled with cherry jalapeno. The spice of life. And cheese. Guys, every time I say Reagan possesses me, my head starts spinning, there's green flying everywhere, which is actually quite festive, perfect for the holiday season, but it's not a good time. So it says to just heat and serve. There's an air fryer option, that's what we're gonna do. This is what they look like. Oh my God. Why is it Gorilla Glue to the cardboard? I feel like I'm in a escape room and I'm trying to get these meatballs out of there. Okay. Oh. No need to be that intense, truly. Someone's craving attention and it's all of these balls. Oh. Honestly, I feel like one of the pilgrims wore something like this, right? There's like a hat that goes like that. Or a nun or something. Imagine being a nun and wearing a meatball hat. Honestly, kind of fierce. Imagine being a 31-year-old man putting meatballs on your head just to make someone giggle. Honestly, that man sounds very selfless. Ooh, my head is cold now. I'm like Elsa, but with male pattern baldness. And how do I cook these? Air fryer also, we love. We're about to have a feast made by Chef Oxygen. I'll see you guys when it's all done.
This is the meal all together. I really think it looks really balanced, you know? We have so much health and wellness, and then we also have yeast.
I'm feeling animalistically hungry right now, so let's just eat the pretzels. But quickly, I have to say, I don't feel like a pretzel's a pretzel if it's not all twisted. You know what I mean? Like this is not really a pretzel. It's a crumb, a breadcrumb. But it's not a pretzel. I want my pretzel posing the house down, mama. I want it to be like, oh. Oh, I want my pretzel to smize. That's what I'm saying. But these feel nice and crisp, fresh from the air fryer. Oh, listen, if you need a hot compress, take a trip to Sam's Club. Get some of these for yourself. Let's dip it into the cheese sauce, which I did heat up. You know what? Let me untwist. I support these. I gotta say, I'm so impressed. You girlies know I'm not a big pretzel person. First of all, I despise like the little crunchy pretzels. When I'm eating Chex Mix, I say, you can't sit with us. And I give them away to friends, imaginary friends, because I have very few. But I'm not even a big fan of the soft pretzels. Like when I'm at Disney World and I see someone with a huge Mickey pretzel, I'm like, girl, in this heat, mama, you're gonna sharp. But I'm really enjoying these. These are honestly quintessential perfect pretzels. They taste fresh. They're so soft on the inside, they're not dry, crispy on the outside. And then the cheese sauce is complete trash, but it's trash that I love. It's trash that I accept into my life happily. It tastes like, you know, that kind of really processed, sweet, sour, fake cheese sauce that goes so well with a juicy pretzel, you know? Next time I'm twisted, I'm taking a dump. Taking a dump. Taking a dunk in you. I'm gonna have to give those a 9 out of 10. Wow. Next up, let's try this Mediterranean pasta salad. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of kale in it. I've come to the conclusion that I don't mind kale. I know that's crazy to say, and I know that I'm known for dragging anything from the earth, but to be honest, it doesn't taste bad when it has like lemon or some sort of a really good citrusy dressing on it. So I'm excited for this. I also see noodles. Which kind of cut of noodle is this? I don't think this is a tortellini. I also don't think this is a elbow, unless if someone like twisted theirs, you know? It looks kind of like a snail's shell. What is this called in Italy? The rigatoni slug. I also see sun-dried tomatoes and a lot of Parmesan cheese, and I think also feta. We got 2 kinds of cheeses. I'm not living for it. I'm not. I'm sorry. Listen, I love Mamma Mia, but I can't be biased. It's not giving pasta salad to me. You know what it's giving? Cold pesto. Who wants that? When I get pesto, I'm like, make it hot. You know? I've never said that in my life, but you know what I mean? Like, it tastes like hot pasta left over, which is a diss. It has such a strong basil flavor that the basil flavor really is taking over everything. There is a lemony vibe, which is nice with the kale, but otherwise it's just basil. And I don't like basil that much. I like it as a garnish, so I can pluck it off, but I also like it as a nice little accent flavor, a little background flavor, you know? Like an accent wall in a house, but one you can eat. Also, the pasta has been sitting in this dressing for probably days, so you didn't see that? Am I a llama? Is that what I am now? The YouTuber's new groove. How about that? The pasta just feels a little soggy, a little starchy. The kale's crunchy, so that's nice, but I don't know. It's not giving what I wanted to give. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna have to give that a 4 out of 10. Could be a lot better. So now it's time for the cherry jalapeno and Gruyere chicken meatball. Now, I've seen a lot of people on Instagram mispronounce jalapeno on purpose. They say jalapeno. I don't know, guys. I've never mispronounced anything on purpose in my whole career, so it's just kind of weird to me, but I'm excited for the Let's dig in. Okay, this is the inside of it. I got the ick. I got the ick. Oh my God, no. That's my lunch. How do I process this? So girlies, I made a lot of meatballs because I love meatballs. I thought I was gonna eat so many of them, but now I don't know what to do. That's terrible, at least in my opinion. What is even in them other than the tres toppings? So it has 14 grams of protein, that's nice. No antibiotics ever? Okay, but what happens when it gets a sinus infection? What then? How's it gonna get better? So it has the chicken, the cheese, the cherries, maple sugar, orange juice concentrate. What is this? Let me tell you, you know what this tastes like? It tastes like a fruit cake, but instead of flour, they used meat. 'Tis the season! I thought that the cherry would just be a little, like a hint. You know how like there's some cherry barbecue sauces that still taste like barbecue sauces with a hint of cherry? This tastes like a cherry with a hint of pollo. It is the main flavor. This is extremely sweet, like dessert level sweet. There's a hint of spiciness from the jalapeno, but barely any. It's almost all cherry. And then the cherry's texture really has the texture of like a candied fruit, like in a fruit cake. And I personally identify with that, but I don't want to eat it. I don't like fruit cakes, especially in meat. So I'm gonna have to give that a 1 out of 10. Probably the worst thing I've tried all week. So I'm gonna go make some more pretzels and eat some more of this pasta salad. I'll do that. This isn't that bad. I can eat this right up.
It is time for our final Sam's Club dinner. Just to remind you, I got the pot pie, the potato au gratin, and also the key lime pie. So I just baked the pot pie until it was golden bubbly, followed all the directions. Same with the potato au gratin. And I just put it on a plate. I had 2 potato au gratins because I was really hungry. And also my gorgeous slice of key lime pie.
This is it, the last meal of the week. The club is closing down. Not the actual club, but like metaphorically, it's closing down in my life, you know? I'm sure their business will keep thriving and that's great. This final meal looks incredible. I have to point out that I didn't do this on purpose. I'm a very coordinated person. Like I like to plan. I like for things to match. That's why my fashion sense is so good. Girlies, everything in this meal had a round shape. Okay, we have a pie, we have a pot pie, and we also have potatoes au gratin. And you could say, okay, pies are typically round, but potato au gratin is not typically round. It's typically like a casserole, right? But Sam's Club's version is round too. What are the odds? My head is round. This is round. You know what I mean? So I don't think coincidences exist. I think there's only fate. And that's what this is. So let's try the au gratin. Regina! Wait. Oh, it's not that good. I thought it was better than it is for a second. So I think that this crispy part right here is incredible. The rest of it was cooked in mediocre metropolis. So the topping tastes like sharp, crunchy cheese. And who doesn't like that? Vegans. That's it. Everyone else likes it. Am I the only vegan that likes cheese? That's crazy. My fork! And I really do love the texture of the whole thing. I think that the potatoes are in the creamiest, most dreamiest sauce ever. I think it's a je m'appelle bechamel, and they're really tender. But sadly, the sauce does not really have any flavor. It just tastes like heavy cream. And that's not gross, that's not vile and disgusting, like your soul, which is extremely evil. That's what I would say if I met the devil. I have met him, I fought him actually. I won. I just wish it was cheesier and saltier. And I just wish it had maybe some seasoning, some garlic, something. But I really do adore the texture. So I'm gonna give the potato gratin a 5 out of 10. See, my hand knew it before I did. Guys, I've been watching it, Welcome to Derry. It's a crazy show, and Pennywise is crazier than ever. Why does this sound sponsored? It's not sponsored. I just really like it. In the last episode, I saw Pennywise did this run, and I've been practicing it. Let me show you. I'm nervous. Why am I nervous for my Pennywise debut? I feel so relieved now that I performed and I did good. Next up, let's try the pot pie. You guys didn't see it, but when I scooped the pot pie out of the pan, it was very soupy. Like not lightly soupy, it was like chicken soup for the soul soupy with a little bit of crust thrown on it. So I hope it tastes good. I hope it's flavorful. Oh. Wait, something's fishy, and it's not your crab. It isn't literally fishy, by the way. I was just saying that because something is off. It's a common saying. Let me start with the positives, because I'm a glass half leaking kind of person. I love the crust. I think the crust, honestly, it's sweeter than your typical pot pie crust. It almost reminds me of like a pastry instead of just a pie crust. So I really enjoyed that. Very golden brown, very buttery. The filling to me, though, is not it at all. Lumpia, adobo. Her mom made the best rice. The chicken did taste like rotisserie chicken, which is fine, but it tasted overcooked, probably because it was cooked before and then cooked in the oven again. But that's typically not an issue with chicken pot pies. Here it was like rubbery, and the veggies were fine. They're just frozen veggies, whatever. But the sauce had certain bites that tasted kind of like Miracle Whip. And there's nothing miraculous about Miracle Whip. I actually think it should be named Hellman's because that's where it deserves to go. I don't know why, there was a mayonnaise vibe, but just in certain bites. So I did enjoy some of it. Otherwise, the sauce could have used a lot more seasoning. I wasn't tasting any seasonings, to be honest. It just kind of tasted like Miracle Whip chicken broth, mutated nectar. And that's not something I crave. You know, you might, if you like that. Girl, I will try to accept you, okay? Even though it's gonna be very hard. I'm gonna have to give that a 3.8. Yeah, I am getting a little more specific with my scores. In case you didn't notice, it's something new I'm trying out. Last item of the week, the key lime pie. Guys, where is it? Where is it? Where's the key? My lime is stuck behind a little door and I can't find the key. Let's see what it's giving. Oh? Oh. The girls that know me know that I am not the biggest key lime pie fan. I've always thought it was a little too tart, you know, a little too out there for me. And I'm just not that into sour pies, you know? So the fact that this one slayed me is a goop. It's a Gwyneth. This is fantastic. It's barely sour, but it still has such a strong lime flavor. It mostly just tastes like really thick condensed milk. Love condensed milk. I love just like condensing it. And it was perfectly sweet, not too rich. And the crust did have a graham cracker flavor, but I felt like there were some nuts blended in there too, possibly. At least that's what it tastes like to me. And I think one last burp for the road. And I think that it just added some nuttiness, you know, and some earthiness. So I loved this. That was a 10 out of 10. That was perfection. Well, girlies, I had so much fun with you this week. How do I think it stacks up to Costco? I think they're equal. I honestly think they both had the same amount of hits and misses. And I had so much fun trying all of it. So thank you so much if you watched this whole thing. You are that girl. Give this a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe. Me and Regina will see you next Saturday. Right, Regina? She's in suspense. Bye, girlies.